Hey, always good to hear not only from Jordan, but also from Tody. Once again, asked a question specifically, Jordan did, who do you look forward to playing the most, or who do you worry about playing the most? And he gave a good answer, which you do expect from a team like FNI or VQ or any of the top level teams. We don't care who we play, all right? We just, we like to play everybody. But Ryan, he did specifically say Vanquish is the team that they want to play again. And the reason why Vanquish is the only NA team, at least from what Tody said, that has their number.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they know that they're going to win this event. There's almost no way they don't have to get through Vanquish, right? Vanquish was the #1 seed heading into this tournament. They look the best in the Pro League. Obviously, they're defending mid-split playoff champions. It's no mystery. If they're going to win the event, they have to get through Vanquish. So I like the confidence. I like the fact that they know that that is a team they have to put a target on. So I'm looking forward to a hopeful, matchup at some point in the tournament. Winners, losers, whoever it may be. I do hope we find an opportunity for those two teams to play, because I already know both teams will give it everything they got.
And Ribs, just to kind of touch on this for the last thing before we hop into our next series, which of course can be between Vanquish and Pittsburgh Knights. When it does come from what Tody said and what we all know, okay, this is the first time Fire and Ice has made it to winners finals. Normally they're battling it out in losers bracket, which I thought they just liked better, as many times they went down there and performed well and ended up in grand finals. As a competitor yourself, though, how much weight is lifted off your shoulders to make it to winners finals as a whole?
I mean, outside of their loss yesterday, this whole tournament has gone as their plan, and speaking from experience, when you do win an event, a lot of the times it comes through the winner's side, and it's kind of part of the formula. When you win that winner semis matchup, it's almost always a championship caliber match. You know how severe that match is, the implications of that match. And Tody said it perfectly. I mean, he's so used to having to wake up on Sunday, on Championship Sunday, and he's like, dang, I got to win 3 matches just to get into the top 3, or I got to beat this team or beat that team. Now he's like, I could relax. I could hang out with my family. I could sleep in. I could watch a few matches. I could warm up. I could do everything that I want to do, and then win winners finals. I mean, it's just one step closer to, think about it. 2 sets for Fire Knights, and they're our first ever Latin American champions. We could have never said that before. Until
really
today. And it's congratulations to them. Long road ahead of them, but everything has gone according to their plans so far, outside of 1 or 2 hiccups, but not too important now that you see where they're at.
No one would be more happy to see Latin America win a chip than Latam Fools himself, okay? So I know he's supporting Fire and Ice to make it all the way through.
Absolutely.
Hey, speaking of, Latin America, we got a great team coming through. And you, Ryan, as I've been giving you credit, brother, you said Pittsburgh Knights, don't sleep on them. And clearly they're here for a reason. They got to play against Vanquish. How do you think this series is going to go, brother?
It's going to be a tough series for the Knights. I think that like I said, I keep saying it, Vanquish coming into this tournament looked like the strongest team. I am very high on the Knights. I do think they can beat any team on any given day, but they are going to have to play at a very, very high level if they are going to beat Vanquish. Vanquish, despite their loss yesterday, are still a contending team. So for the Knights, it would be huge for them to book their ticket to the winners finals. Obviously, have that full LATAM winners finals would be incredible, but
be wild.
A very, very tough task in front of them. They got to beat the Titan over in North America.
Yeah, well, and not to mention, too, you got to think about loser bracket that's just getting more stacked as, moment after moment, series after series. I wouldn't want to drop down there. I would want to guarantee a chance to make it into grand finals. Ribs, let's take a look at our maps, because you were breaking them down before we had a chance, get on camera. And I want you to be able to elaborate so the chat can hear you.
So the most important thing to note is PK had a higher seed coming into this because of their win against Fire and Ice yesterday. And when you have the higher seed, you get to choose, basically, I'll dumb it down. So you get to choose, do you pick the first map or do you pick the second map? And PK is a really strong execution team. They want to be able to lock in at least 1 map out of those first 3. So they pick Clocktower. They get rid of, I believe it was Reactor. So Vanquish picks Speyer as the first map. So I'm going to look at those 2 maps for now. And I say that Speyer is so important. I've been saying that first map has been so important, but it just is. That's how you break ice. That's how you alleviate the pressure. If PK can win that map, they have a chance. They could go into Clocktower with a little bit of momentum. Now, when it comes down to Vasgar, PK is strong on Vasgar, but I give it to Vanquish. And then we get all the way to checkout. If we get there by some means, Ryan, that's going to be up in the air at that point. Both of these teams very strong on execution, but PK is the execution team in this matchup.
Yeah, it certainly does. I look at this series, I do think that the Knights, honestly, really need to win those first two maps. Yes, I'm with you. I think that Vasgar is just heavily in Vanquish's favor, so I do think they win that. I do also give Vanquish the nod on Regency control. So I think that if you're the Knights right now, if you can get out ahead to a 2-0 lead, it just gives you, obviously, in any series, gives you a great cushion heading into the final few maps. But I do think that you do not want to let Vanquish, even with a map as they head into that Vasgar escalation, because that would give them a chance to really take the momentum, really take a lead on that series, and then from there almost let them kind of just choose what one they want to finish on. So if you're the Knights, come out swinging, hit them in the face early if you're going to win this thing.
Without question, you can't allow Vanquish to stay alive in the series. You've got to finish them off strong. You got to finish them off as quickly as you can. One last fleeting question, though, that I've been thinking about, even in that last series I was watching, Ribs, is the fact that Vanquish has had a lot of tough tests. Okay, so they've already had that tough match against Rise. They ended up losing to them. Even today, nothing's been guaranteed. That matchup versus Hype, even though it goes to map 4, it was still a close one and a nail biter. So, like I said, Vanquish has had to fight tooth and nail. So I ask you, is that something that maybe could have them fatigued heading into this series?
No, I don't think fatigue's going to be an issue with this Vanquish team. And I'll be honest, if we follow the trend that we just saw, Fire Knights just lost yesterday. They got upset. Yes, it wasn't to Rise, but that loss kind of, it burns a fire under you. So Vanquish losing yesterday to Rise, I kind of want to feel that trend that they're going to go forward. They're going to learn from those losses. Even that hard match from Hive, it makes you stronger. It's like we said earlier, as long as you're still in the bracket, you're still in it. A team like Vanquish only gets better from those close matches. I don't know if you asked me who I thought is going to win, but it's Vanquish.
Oh, you just starting off strong. I was going to ask you. I was just going to rapid fire to be like, Ribs, who you go with? You go with Vanquish. Hey, fair enough. Hey, you've been supporting an A. I give you credit for that. I really do. Ryan, who are you going with, Vanquish or Pittsburgh Knights?
You know, as much as I want to pull the LATAM Fool's hat out right now, I'm still not convinced that, a lot of these teams are going to beat Vanquish yet. I was wrong yesterday in the match. They did lose, but I haven't seen enough yet for me to jump off the Vanquish train just yet. I still think this is the strongest team in the tournament, so I am going to roll with them for this one.
And I got to be the same way, guys. I got to go with Vanquish. Pittsburgh Knights, as good as they've been, I would love for them to win this series only because of Latin America versus Latin America, a guaranteed Latin American team in grand finals. Talk about storylines. It would be a beautiful thing. But I still think Vanquish is that top-level team. This is their tournament, in my opinion, to lose, and they're going to have to mess up for that. So I'm going VQ. Ribs, you're going VQ. Ryan, you're going Vanquish as well. We're all three Vanquish across the board. I think the popular chat or the popularity vote went to Pittsburgh Knights, though. So chat is against us. We'll see if they can pull ahead. Hey, fair enough. They got to support the Latin American scene. Hey, the cast is going to be amazing, though. On board is going to be Colin and Jacob to finish off the day. I can't wait to hear what they have to say. Colin, Jacob, take it away.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back over to the caster side of things. I am Colin the Crow Clark, reunited with my better half, Jacob MVPR. I hope you are ready for this matchup because this is expected to be high octane, high intensity, and high level gameplay. This is going to be great between these two teams.
Yeah, honestly, before this one, Colin, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm ready. I looked at the sheet. I'm like, oh my God, I'm casting with Colin. It feels like it's literally been forever, and I wouldn't rather call this match than anyone else. One of the best teams in Gears Esports right now, coming from North America, Vanquish, looking to reclaim the throne, the season-ending major championship with the team that's been the heart and soul for Latin America for so long, the Pittsburgh Knights. They've had a little bit of a struggle coming into this one, Colin, from the Pro League leading into this one, but from the start of Friday coming into now, it looks like they're beginning to find themselves a little bit slower than a lot of us have hoped, but they are finding themselves, and that hope is all you need. I know the Latin American region can agree. I was talking to one of the fans in Mexico City a few years ago. He says it doesn't matter which Latin American team is on that main stage. We are loyal. We support our boys, and we go with them all the way. And that's why I'm almost glad I don't have to make a prediction here, because it's basically my heart versus my mind here when it comes down to these two teams.
I mean, it always ends up being that way. We all know how kind of close you are with a lot of those guys still for the Pittsburgh Knights. You helped manage a bunch of them for a long time under a different banner. So we know you build close relationships. We know I got them. We know everybody's got a close relationship with some professional player just because they're our homies at the end of the day. We all walk away from this broadcast, this stage, this console, and we're all friends. We all love Gears. We all want to see it succeed. So it's always a battle between the hearts and minds of the casters and the panelists on the analyst desk. But out there in the crowd, we all know that there's one true favorite, one true reigning supreme in the hearts and minds of everybody. And as we go through this fly through Speyer earlier today, we saw a banger of a matchup where we saw Fire and Ice take to task E United late in the series at Speyer, where all of a sudden it seemed like every time E United wanted to set up for it, wanted to be able to get into a position to be ready for the push, they could not. Let's see if PK and Vanquish do about the same. Raver first to that middle stairwell, throws his flash. Looking to try to get in there now. Big first shot out of precision, though. Gets the down. Now he's going to be looking for some help. Raver will clean up that kill. Great movement by Raver, waiting for that next help to come through. Acells, top middle stairs. A lot of chance to get kills, but not any of them coming through. Hndles with a misroll, gives the Pittsburgh Knights the initial hill and the kills. It's a great start for them.
And Raver has just playing lights out all weekend long. A slaying force and definitely staying alive right there and working the 1-2 punch combo along with SuMuNs. And that's why they're able to get that early control with the frags. All 4 members of VQ trying to storm their way up that hill. SuMuNs trying to reposition himself. Drop shot going out. It's going to connect, but take out precision as well. 1 frag going wide, 1 frag going long, and Monkeyz gets a double, and Raver gets yet another one. First hill, VQ is going to be shut down and pushed out wide by PK.
Right now, they're going to have to force themselves over to the next hill, really, over to that left side of the mini-map underneath the Academy. This is going to be a great matchup because of the fact that I really believe Pittsburgh Knights, they have an answer for Vanquish right now. They've been able to play up into their face and taken away the best strategy that Vanquish usually has, which is create a little bit of chaos, cause people to miss shots. Pittsburgh Knights, they're going wide. They're going into multiple angles, trying to take multiple fights at one time. This is going to get interesting. I think player number 2, Dezo, has the angle straight into the hill, but he keeps having a little bit of a disconnect. Is he going to go help out his teammate? Is he going to try to Lancer into the hill? He's put himself in a position now to be full red. He's trying to rotate through that middle library. SuMuNs, though, because of the fact that he got pushed out of his angle, got pushed out of position, goes down. Dezo gets traded out. Now Raver has to try to figure out what he's going to do. He's going to go for the cleanup. Is he going to try to save his teammate? 2 players alive for the Pittsburgh Knights on the map right now. Raver, continuing to be a god amongst men in this matchup, has done everything in his power to make sure the Pittsburgh Knights remain a powerhouse team going through this tournament.
While all that was happening, Monkeyz was holding his ground, moving through the spawn, getting behind that hill, which is so important. 49-2 on hill number 1, 47-point lead going into this one, and they steal control away from Vanquish. They didn't just take it, they stole it away through brute force, and it was looking scary there for a moment, one of the players getting caught out in the middle. But one of the ways I always say to break this hill is through the spawn. Either one of these side hills is through the spawn, and VQ is going to control that point. Someone's trying to make a play. Up A by Monkeyz, misses the up A, but gets the second one. Back to take out Xysho. PK coming out hot. Colin, did you expect this?
I mean, this is unfathomable for a lot of people based on the recent performances of both of these teams, but look at this. Quickly, across the map, going over to that globe. They've already got the drop shot. They've already got the positioning at the close respawn, so it almost doesn't matter how good Vanquish plays in this next initial. They are going to have to fight against the tide of Pittsburgh Knights players. They're going to continue to hold on to the close spawn, and they are going to have that drop shot to break any setup. First nade out into the lap of one player, but he backs off of it. Won't be able to get killed. Dezo throws one drop in. Misses the first one. That frag will get some damage there. Precision trying to hold court. He's going to get stunned here. And then up-aid by SuMuNs. Picture-perfect teamwork. Comes away with a picture-perfect ice-breaking kill in this next team fight. Hndles. And I believe, oh my goodness, what a little turnaround right there. Hndles and Xysho trying to hold off what's left of the Pittsburgh Knights on both sides of this hill. They are going to get squished. They need to kill player number 3. They need to just push out SuMuNs right now and then maybe fight back into the hill. If they can catch him out here in the courtyard, which they do, it'll give them a pretty good defensive stand here at this hill, and they'll be able to get a decent amount of points back into it. Maybe even cut the lead to about 20 or 30.
Right now, this is where the decision is going to be made. If you can kind of look over at the side of the map, Precision is beginning to sneak out. He wants that anchor angle, and he knows once this hill is done, as you think for Rivs pulling up the minimap, you see the weapons are going to be for play. So off rotation off this hill, you have very many decisions to make, but with 30 seconds left, PK wants one last dance onto this hill. Players going down, but quickly revive back into the mix. Smoke grenade is going to buy VQ an immense amount of time onto this hill. Monkeyz goes down. SuMuNs goes down as well, but the eliminations are falling away of VQ, Monkeyz, Raver, Dezonide, SuMuNs, a team wipe, wiped off the map, and look at where Precision, he's already set up to grab the next drop shot when it spawns, and they got the next grenades as well. So it's for nice they have to fight, not for the positioning of the hill, but for the power weapons on the grenades.
3 players pushing up into these stairs. Good kill there by Xysho, trying to keep them off of this player base. More crossing coming in. More downs coming through. Vanquish looking to finish this off in style. They get 3 players back up before Pittsburgh can get any of those kills. Hill in command. Respawns in command. Flip the script real quick. They're going to try to take this lead here from the Pittsburgh Knights. I think it's going to have to rely right back against Raver. Raver has been an icebreaker right now. The way that he's been able to play a lot of these fights where he gets a kill off to the side of the map and then opens things up for his teammates. He's going to have to find another one somewhere, somehow in this setup. Here comes Dezonide to help him out with a wrap onto Xysho. Xysho will get taken out by Dezo. Now Raver and Dezo, top middle of the map. They have Xysho in a 2v1. They're going to take him out. Beautiful job getting both of those kills. Acells holding on to the drop.
Oh.
Down. They're down and out.
Drop is up for grabs as well. They're getting a good job of trying to lance him out. Dezonide goes down over the cover. Hndles is trying to sneak him. He goes down as well. Drop shot still in pay. PK not only win that hill, but the control as well. And this was so important for PK because on hill number 3, Vanquish was absolutely perfect in keeping them scoreless. No points for you, but Dezonide has anything to say about it. Up A's into 2 different players and making sure that they at least get some points off of this hill. And with a massive amount of time left, or I should say not a massive amount of time left on this hill, they're going to have to rotate off. So they did a good job of breaking through the defense of the VQ, but for what? Maybe 10 seconds, 9 to be exact.
Well, I mean, also, if
19.
you continue to break through VQ's defenses, again, you want VQ to play up in you. You don't want to let them start becoming that kind of hybrid dynastic team that we've seen where they can set up and they can play up in your face. You want to frustrate them. You want to make their play style a little bit more aggressive, make them make mistakes. SuMuNs has been marked out, drop shot in hand, goes for the reaction drop. They both roll out. Nobody goes down to it. No more rockets to use in this retake. 3 players, the Pittsburgh Knights, up into the hill. Shots over the top. Going for the flash now, trying to get this stun off. The Lancer fire from Precision. Absolutely precise and perfect. They get all 3 of those kills, and now a 4th. There it is, the lead change yet again. This could very well start to be a Vanquish map if Pittsburgh Knights are not careful going into these next few hills.
Yeah, it's not only the scoreline that's kind of worrisome to me because it is rather close. It's what Vanquish is they're beginning to heat up. Let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. They're finding the eliminations. They're getting the team wipes. Hndles is keeping multiple players weak, but one player's going to go down. Revives is there. Wolfpack scenario, Raver and SuMuNs. These 2 have been a defining duo when it comes to PK overall. Monkeyz going to get that drop shot on the other side of the map with only 26 seconds. I love what he's doing. He's waiting. He's going to use that drop shot to solidify the other side of the hill while his teammates fight to get the remaining time onto this one, but he has to be very, very careful. If I'm him, I try to roll back even farther. Get deep into that spawn. Make sure that nobody can go ahead and contest you there.
Great snub fire. He sees the revive coming through. Quick little double kill. That's an easy decision to make, if you ask me. With the next hill about to spawn, you want to be able to take out any more players, and you're going to continue to 2v1 different members of Vanquish. Precision gets it down here, but he's not going to be able to get any kills. The players for Vanquish that are respawning are going to have to come through that library. This is going to get interesting because I believe Pittsburgh has the angle on those players from that top side, from that globe area. They have a chance to angle in. At least Dezonide will, and he is going to push up here and try to take this angle. The only player that could shoot back against them is in that cubby corner named Acells. They're going to continue to get down, though. Here comes Xysho trying to rotate out to stop them. Goes for the left-handed wrap, gets the down. Here comes a teammate into the area to go for another down. Good job. They clean up the kills. They clean up the downs. SuMuNs is still playing king of the court right now. He is inside of the hill, just trying to hold it off. Playing to the backside now. Will have it decapped by the opponents on Vanquish. Vanquish need to push up because they're going to get squished here in a moment. Monkeyz coming up into the hill now. He'll have that front side of the spawn just like Vanquish just did. Multiple players in the area. Vanquish will trade out the hill. 40 points left on this. Will get them up over 200, maybe even to the 210, 220. Parker, if they stay here, 20 seconds to go on the drop shot. Less than 3 on the frag grenades. I got a feeling, oh so special feeling, that they might use the frags to set up for next hill or set up for the take on the next drop. I don't know if you use these frags right here. I think you bow out and try to get the next drop with them.
it's about roughly a 40-point to 120-point run for Vanquish. Rough numbers, not exact. They have come back. They have cemented themselves. They have definitely woken up from that slumber, and they continue to stagger out these deaths. Dezo gets taken down, staggered out. Monkeyz falls. Drop shot in the hands of Xysho, and he's been controlling boom shots, drop shots all weekend long. He's not backing down. Gets the help he needs. They're just forcing Raver and PK into whatever position that they want, but this is where they're going to get sandwiched from each side. Cross from one, shotguns from Raver, and those were big eliminations, not because it was just a double, because they get the drop shot out of play, and that is what they absolutely need as they trail by 5.
Big frag there to take out Monkeyz on the front side. Raver still alive. Here comes Dezo pushing straight into Acells. Looks like Hndles is going to turn back and try to finish off at least one kill. 2 more players from Vanquish coming through the middle of the map now. Precision, he's got Xysho with him here on the 6 o'clock. They need to take a fight. They need to choose one and go for it. There's the first cleanup. Raver has help with Monkeyz. Great initial portion of this hill. And with how good Vanquish has played for the majority of this map right now, they have a chance to come right back into this and tie it right back up. Look at the point differential. Look how many points are left on the hill.
It's going to be a good start for PK to try to get some points back onto this hill, but Acells getting that elimination on the SuMuNs. Monkeyz is still by himself inside of these hills. He's getting pressured 2v1. On the other side, there's some pressure going on in 2v2, but Monkeyz can't handle the numbers. The rest of the players are forced to back up, but that where's the separation begins. Dezo and Raver get separated. Dezo's looking to get it down, but that's all he gets. He's unable to clean up that one. His death will be staggered out. You see grenades will go in the hands of VQ in 10 seconds, 30 seconds for that drop shot. And Pittsburgh Knights, they're going to have to make this decision. Do you set up for the hill, or do you try to push out and try to claim some stake over that drop shot? Because right now, it almost seems like they have to figure out a way to do both.
There's the flash in. Acells left to the backside of the Sanctuary to his own devices for just a moment. Precision, so good with the Lancer. He's downing everybody. Acells, Dezo, he doesn't care. He's going to just put shots into that downrange area. Raver, he's a dangerous man in those instances, but a 2v1 is a hard thing to overcome no matter how good you are. Precision down now. It's going to be up to Acells to try to make a move. He gets the down. He gets the revive on Precision as well. One player from the Pittsburgh Knights holding court over the hill right now. The other 3 starting to rotate in that direction. I take a look. Xysho does have the drop. Xysho with drop in hand becomes the most dangerous player on the map. He has a chance to try to solidify the hill. If he could have gotten that kill with SuMuNs, misses it though. Gets some damage onto him, makes him red, pushes him out of the hill. They need to pressure this. They got to pulley the 2v1 back here to try to solidify the hill for now. Good kill there. Dezonide still has an angle from inside of the hill meanwhile. And they have the spawn. They do get the close spawn, so this is still okay by the Pittsburgh Knights, but it's starting to get a little fake right now. It's going to have to get a little bit, a little bit nervous, a little unbelievable, because you got 35 seconds to start breaking hills.
And you got to go through the spawn. SuMuNs goes down. Quickly revive back up, though. Valuable seconds being wasted trying to get that revive, but Raver and Dezonide, they're able to find that first pick onto Precision. Hopefully their job is a little bit easier, but they're just getting funneled out. Great shots, great Lancer fire from Xysho over the cover. Hndles able to clean up that elimination onto SuMuNs, but Dezo again, him and Raver late into this one are picking up the necessary, the crucial eliminations to keep themselves into the game. But when is enough enough? They're surviving, but they need to figure out a way to thrive in these situations. And Vanquish is going to be the first to that side of the map. They're going to get the position over the hill with only 19 seconds left. Scrap time is as good as any.
Well, here we go with Raver trying to break into this backside of the hill, pushing up onto the pillar. Just 10 seconds left. They're going to have to start getting into the hill. Hndles, great angle here. Gets that first down, gets the second. That should wrap this up with a nice bow, because the other 2 are going to have to head down at the players of Vanquish. And the last thing you ever want to do is have to head down and Vanquish. They don't miss those, and they don't miss here. And map number 1, after a shaky start, it was like they shook off the cobwebs. The lights were on. Nobody was home until the Mr. and Mrs. walked right back through the front door. And Acells, he said his backpack ain't too heavy, baby. I'm just leaning over for a second. I'm looking at the ground, seeing if I can still see the bits of Pittsburgh I left all over it.
Shades of deja vu, though, like that series. Slow start for VQ. they're able to pick it up. I don't know what these players are saying to each other to kind of stop the bleeding, use those valuable seconds that we talk about to really take over the game. It was great for PK in the beginning, but towards the very end, it looks like desperation was kicking in. A lot of individual play, and then they were just unable to pick up the same eliminations that they were getting early on. VQ definitely stepped it up tenfold in the second half of the game in way of eliminations, in way of crossing each other and controlling those power weapons overall. If PK have anything to say about it, it's going to come away of this execution. It's still not going to be an easy side, especially because it is going to be Clocktower.
This is going to be interesting because we've seen how good Pittsburgh Knights can be on Clocktower. I am willing to take I'm just willing to throw it out there. I'm willing to bet the farm that Vanquish is not going to let Raver flank them 4 rounds. I'm throwing it out there. I get a feeling that they're not going to let that happen to them. I think the most impressive thing to me was early on, before Pittsburgh Knights were kind of split up, Pittsburgh played so unbelievably well in teamwork. I mean, Raver, of course, going absolutely nuts always helps. If Raver and Monkeyz are getting the kills that they get, allowing SuMuNs and Dezo to play a little bit more passive, a little bit more slowly, that's when they're at their scariest. But what you saw start happening was this right here. This is a perfect highlight microcosm. Vanquish started finding the number fights and taking 2v1s wherever they could find them. They started trying to bully out players from the Pittsburgh Knights, and that's what caused that loss. So coming into Clocktower with 1 life to live per round, I think they're going to have to try and be a little bit better in the team fights if Vanquish wants to continue on and go up 2-0. Because if not, I think the Pittsburgh Knights have a a great chance at tying this up.
Yeah, and they just can't get down on themselves. We're talking about how good of a start. 49-2 on hill number 1. 93-9 after 2 hills, and even got scoreless. It was hill number 3 and on is where they began to slow down. So it was really just 3 good attempts, 3 good hills for the Pittsburgh Knights before Vanquish was able to catch fire. I would say the lucky thing for them that you're talking about how good they are of being a little bit proactive on this map, setting the tone, going up and getting those downs, was also trying to get that sniper out. If things start to look bad for them and Vanquish begins to heat up, I would say it's a round-based game mode. They can go ahead and change up their strategy overall. They can go ahead and stop the whining and things like that. But I think the biggest thing is they need to work on their communication. They were looking a little lost on that control. They were taking a lot of 1v1s, like I said, a lot of individual play coming through. And that's not something you want against VQ, because they're a team that they're going to get aggressive in your face time and time again. Even if they get staggered out, they're going to figure out a way to reform that wolf pack and get in your face once more. Like you did early on, and necessarily wasn't the thing that was working out for you because you lost the map pretty handedly. But then now you can switch up down low, have precision, go for those frag grenades. You can have Hndles play down low and get aggressive, try to go across. Especially you can match Raver down low if he starts to get a little loose. So there's just plenty of options, plenty of strategies. Even though, you know, somebody in chat said, why don't players go down low? If you have your strategy and your teamwork intact, you can go down low, get those grenades, and try to bait people into some traps, but start this one off. Xysho gets the sniper early. He goes down, which opens up this flank play from Monkeyz. Gets 2 kills. Hndles is able to get 2 of his own, so it comes down to a 2v2. Raver shuts down Hndles. Xysho's by himself. Monkeyz and Raver, 2 dangerous players for PK. Monkeyz goes down, but Raver hits the final shot. Round number 1 goes to PK.
Xysho lives that. And that is a very scary predicament. Even though it's a 2v1, if he lives that shot, there's a chance for him to rotate out, get his health back, and retake that fight however he chooses. He goes down, though. Great team fire from the Pittsburgh Knights to finish off those first 2 kills and keep it kind of solidified, keep it together with one another. Vanquish, they go for the long shot early in that one. They get picked off. They lose round number 1. Let's see if there's a difference. Right now, Raver, he's going to pick up a secondary flash. He picks it up early. I actually really like that play because now you play a little bit more defensively down low, or you play a little more defensively up top to buy yourself some time for those utilities to come through. But look at the way that Pittsburgh is flooding. As soon as they get back into that back pillar, Pittsburgh is just flying across that secondary spot to try to get these kills. Hndles all by himself in a 4v1. That is the best start possible for the Pittsburgh Knights.
Hey, Colin, he didn't even have to use that secondary flash grenade. He just chucked one while he was up Aing and got straight into the mix. He's the leader right now in terms of score. He's not died just yet. And like I said, all weekend long, he's just been playing lights out. He's a player to watch for. And if you're the enemy team going up against one, he's somebody that you're looking to shut down early on. So This time around, he's not trying to go for that grenade, just going straight up top with his team. Flash grenade out, 4 up top from both members. This is where it's going to get aggressive.
Monkeyz again flying straight across the secondary spot. Gets that initial down. Now he gets a second one. They're trying to fight back. Monkeyz is down, though. Cleaned up. 3v4 official. Vanquish, they've tried to slow this up now. They've tried to play a little bit like the Pittsburgh Knights. They're trying to bank on what they might do and have a good counteraction for that.
All the utilities still on the side of VQ, though. They have the numbers advantage as well, so it's just about gathering, small bits of information, talking about the strategy in which you want to do, and then kind of executing from there. First flash grenade going to go out. They want to try to down out these players, get as much damage as possible. They're sitting close together. First down's actually going to be on Hndles. Revive's coming through. One goes down on the line. SuMuNs gets taken out. Raver gets one. Dezo falls, and so does Raver. Back-to-back rounds by PK is finally answered by a 58-second round from VQ.
And tell me real quick, Jacob, in that situation when Monkeyz gets that first and that second down, why is nobody else playing up with him? Why is nobody in his pocket trying to protect him once they know that he's got kind of that overwhelming pressure?
To me, it's just you're focused on things. Communication could be pretty hectic. And just nobody being that voice of screaming. And I mean, at the top of your lungs of who to kind of shoot out with the flank. Flank plays coming through. He gets spotted out very early by Acells. He thinks he's clear. Acells trying to move across the line. Spots coming through. Tries to backtrack, but the damage is there. Acells goes down, but Precision strikes first. He takes him out onto that flank, and everybody from PK is stuck on their side, wondering what the heck just happened.
Now Raver, he puts his team in a bad situation. 3v4. Looking to tie it up. Trying to make it go 2-2 here. Precision, he's going to rotate underneath. I think they might call him out. Unsure. They didn't get a mark on him, so they don't know that he came right back up top. And then you see them trying to push back in here. Unsure what they can do in this situation other than what might happen other than just a couple of, maybe another flash. You see, I'm trying to take a look. Nobody there. Nobody there. All the utilities out. Why? It's like a dance of death almost. It's like who's going to take that first? Who's going to take that first shot?
It's a little bit different this time around in this 4v3 is simply because they don't have that utility. They don't have that extra cushion to stun the player while they move up. So they're instantly beginning to take damage. You see Precision flirting with the idea of going down low. That's something they have to watch out for. And as soon as he commits to down low, PK has to move. They absolutely have to move up top. That's going to be their only fair fight that they're going to have. But Precision's probably just baiting that idea, going down low, going up top, just trying to trick and make PK force that mistake to come through. 20 seconds left towards overtime. I got to guess it's up top, but it could be down low as well, Colin. I think you know best.
Dezo's going inside for the frags now, trying to wait for that flag to spawn down there. I say flag. It's a circle, Colin. It's a circle. There's no actual flag to spawn up. Monkeyz gonna go up A around that corner. 2 players down. 2 players getting killed off. 1 player left in the hill. I was about to say Precision is Precision almost had this moment of realization where he's like, I'm not in the hill to fight back, and if he goes down and he caps the hill, that's not good.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to wonder like how yeah, Colin, let's just move on to the next round here at this point, but the game's going to be tied up 2 rounds apiece. And this is where the OG me thinking this is halftime, but it's 5 rounds. 5 rounds is about halftime, maybe even 6, depending on how you look at it. Acells spotting that player out down low. They're going to know exactly where Raver's at. Xysho not straying for the plan. Goes for that early pickup on the sniper. Cost handles his life, but he gets out alive with it. And Monkeyz comes up, and he's tracked. He gets 2. SuMuNs gets the last one, and PK once again reclaim the lead.
And that's what they needed. They needed that kind of comeback round here because that could have very easily bowling balled back into their face if they'd have continued to lose rounds. That was an avalanche happening right there. 4 players down, 4 players dead. Coming into this next round, coming into round number 6 here. See if either team makes a difference of an opinion. Acells, he's going to check the bottom. He sees that Raver's maybe picking up that extra flash. Here comes a smoke over the top. Xysho going for the pick on the snipe. Here comes the over rotation. Same thing we saw a few moments ago. But I think somebody got body checked. Somebody got taken down for just a moment. Precision is down inside of the prison. Now here comes the flood. Nobody went for the revive on him. They don't get any headshots, but they trade out. Now it's going to be up to a team revive, and Acells is going to have to go massive, but doesn't get it. Man, 2 rounds in a row. I said this is Pittsburgh Knights' best possible map to get it tied up 1-1 going into map number 3.
It all comes down. First blood right now has been the story of the game. Get first blood, put your team in control. I know that's like a dub, but it's a lot harder than it sounds when you're the best of the best in the world. In the world, Craig. Top flight security. Sorry, wrong movie, wrong show. Back into this one though. 4 up top. I know you don't know that movie, so I don't even have to tell. I know you don't know that movie, so it's okay. Right, Precision gets first blood.
I'll take your word for it.
But he goes down. Raver again. Raver gets both of them. Acells gets 2 as well. He shuts down Raver and finishes off SuMuNs. Hndles picks up that one 3-4. Slowly but surely climbing back into this one. Chat. Anybody know what movie that is? Can you guys tell Colin what movie that is?
I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. That had me so messed up. I don't even know what to do.
Now you know how I feel with some of the stuff you say.
I'm sitting here just chewing bubble gum, just hoping to God that, you know, I don't look like a fool, but I usually look like a fool. So I'm just glad to take that.
Players are kicking these guys out of the club when they're trying to make a play. Double kills from Acells, double kills from Monkeyz. It's just outstanding. They're just putting everything on the line. Xysho again. This man is just a magnet to the heads as he takes out Monkeyz. Everybody's still pushing up. Misses a body shot. Switches to a shotgun though. Hndles got his back. 1-2 punch. They finish that one. Precision finds the 4th. 24 seconds in that round and we're tied up.
Vanquish, they're fighting right back. It's now a best of 3. First team to win 2 rounds out of the next 3 will come away with a victory here in map number 2. This could get very interesting soon because I think Pittsburgh Knights, they've still got 1, maybe 2 little tricks up their sleeve. They might be able to readjust here 1 or 2 times in these last 3 rounds.
An extra flash this time around. See if that late push across is going to cost them, but 2 flashes, the possibility of going over. Raver throws 1. Throws out the second one this time around. Gets the stun onto 2 different players while they hit the body shot. Dezonide gets cleaned up by Precision. Acells and Precision work together and get number 2 onto SuMuNs. Raver's doing what he can, but he immediately gets shut down. And Monkeyz, where are you at? 4v1. Let's hope. I actually want to see it because I haven't seen a 4v1 in such a long time. But the way everyone's positioned, I don't know if it's going to come through. Monkeyz fires off 1 shot, gives up his position. Another shot onto Acells, but 4v1, he's done.
Uh-oh.
Oof. No. 5-4, Colin.
I do this
5-4.
for my fam. Don't you ever come back up in my house. Look at his gold heart on the ground.
This is just heartbreaking. 3 straight rounds in a row? Now it needs to be answered back by back-to-back rounds from PK. That was a late flash thrown from Raver. Back-to-back flashes. He went ahead and secured the stuns, but it was just too late. So he has to think twice if he makes that move again. So pay attention to what Raver's going to do. Is he going to flank? Is he going to go straight up top, try to grab frags? I think he's going to be a defining moment. Straight up top it is. Straight to the host spot.
Jacobs, this is going to be rare. There it is. Here's the little wrinkle. PK now is going to go for that pick on the sniper. They get the down on Dezo. Here's the extra player in the area going for the revive. Big body shot by Precision. Trades. I think he got the second down. It's up to SuMuNs. SuMuNs in a 1v3. SuMuNs bouncing around. SuMuNs goes down. SuMuNs will get beat up here. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to get punched. He just punched him. He didn't even hit him with a snub.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. 4 straight rounds from VQ. Once again, a hot start from PK. It's just not enough, Colin. 2-0 lead for Vanquish, and they're just looking very strong. They don't want an All Latin American Finals.
The only way for them to stop that is to finish off this series. We'll be right back after this for the conclusion of the Pittsburgh Knights versus Vanquish. Welcome back to the matchup between Vanquish and the Pittsburgh Knights. This is your Gears Summer Major, the last major of Season 2. And Jacob, we are in the midst of what can only be described as a little bit of a disheartening defeat for the Pittsburgh Knights after such a hot start in both maps. Vanquish make the right calls, the right adjustments, come back to win them both from behind.
And just Xysho kind of overall just controlling that snipe It had his name written all over it, just time and time again. And that was also a tool. When they got Xysho down, when they got him weak, PK tried to swarm. Sometimes it worked out, but most times it did not, as VQ was kind of able to climb back into that game and really make it their own. 2-0 lead. The series is there, one step away, advancing to that winners grand finals that they know and call home.
Well, here we go with a few more highlights from this clock tower, but now we go into Escalation. And Jacob, do you think that Escalation is the tide turning point for the Pittsburgh Knights? Do you think that's where they find their feet, they find their rhythm, they find what it is, that mojo they've been looking for?
Let me see the maps. Ooh, Vasgar. Ooh, Colin. I don't know, man. I feel like this is like the Freddy Krueger series. Nightmare on Elm Street 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Vasgar is going to look like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 if PK doesn't get their stuff together, because a good start is just not enough anymore. We've seen it, so many elite teams have that good start going up against another elite team, but that flip gets switched. Something happens where they just wake up and they just start to dominate and steamroll. We've seen it from Vanquish already once this weekend, and we have the possibility of seeing it here yet again. Another 3-0 sweep could be in the books, and Vasgar, one of the most aggressive maps, and that's exactly why I'm saying it. Vanquish have just been so aggressive in your face and just toppling over and discombobulating PK. They had a good start in that control, but once Vanquish was able to have their footing and cement themselves, it was just all Vanquish just dominating the fight. Same thing in that execution again. As soon as they're able to find themselves and stop the bleeding, the momentum shifts heavily onto their side, and there's nothing PK can do or say about it. So it doesn't matter how much heart you have, you need to back it up with the skill.
I really think going into this next map, if this comes out in a 3-0 fashion for Vanquish, if Vanquish takes care of the business here on Vasgar, I will hate the fact that we're going to have to wait until tomorrow to see Vanquish play Fire and Ice, because you'll have the two hottest teams on the planet at their peak, ready to go at each other, and then we're gonna have to sleep on that. We're just gonna have to sleep on it. All right.
Damn. Just thinking about that. Just thinking about how well these guys are playing right now. But honestly, that's why we call it the gauntlet, Colin. That's why we call it the marathon of the finals. You have to not only play well on Friday, you have to play well on Saturday. You have to play well on the championship Sunday of all days. So you can't get content. You can't slow down, and you have to make sure you get a good night's sleep after today, win or lose this matchup, because you have to get ready for tomorrow, because honestly, that's where everything is laid on the line.
It is going to be a very fun day on Sunday. We all know how that goes at Championship Sunday. Everything gets heightened up and ratcheted up, especially people's ability to play perfect, because everything is on the line from the moment you roll out of spawn till the last kill is made. And that was better. That was no better proven than our mid-split playoff when it came down to the final round, came down to a final 2v2, came down to a final overtime hill and execution. I mean, that was just picture perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better story to see how that ended up. So going in tomorrow, it's going to be a bunch of different storylines, a bunch of interesting storylines. But right now, the storyline we have is Pittsburgh Knights down 2-0. Have yet to really have an answer for Vanquish's overwhelming hype train almost. It's like they start to get rolling down the tracks, and it is unbelievably hard to stop them or slow them down. I don't even know what you can do here. I normally would ask you, what do you think Pittsburgh can do to win this map 3? And instead, I'm looking at you, Jacob, and I'm like, do they just got to throw smokes and get loose? They got to get on their white tee stuff? You know what I'm saying, baby?
Yep. Honestly, they have to pull out the NWO Wolfpack style, man. They have to do exactly what VQ is doing. I've been saying it for so long. More times than not, it's an aggressive meta. If you're not going ahead, moving forward, trying to get the elimination, staggering out your opponents, you're likely losing. You can't slow down. And we've seen it in this exact same matchup between these two teams in the last mid-split playoff championship grand finals. Even on district, they slowed down so much, and it cost them round after round after round. So one of the biggest keys to victory from PK is not only start hot, but not let up off the gas. And figure, I don't know if you got to take some G Fuel. I don't know if you got to take some Ghost Lifestyle, a Red Bull, maybe all three to have one energy drink cocktail. You need to figure it out fast, because this match is about to start, and you're in danger of getting 3-0'd.
Coming into Vasgar, Jacob, one of the things that I've always found very interesting about this map is every now and again we see a team start to really utilize that middle of the map. We've seen it before where teams have kind of thrown that monkey wrench into the game plan. I think Pittsburgh might have to take a page out of some of those other teams' books. Start to really put some different looks at Vanquish. Make them guess what's going on around them, because at this point, I think if you just keep fighting Vanquish head on, I said it after map number 1, you cannot head down them. You can't go into them and into the teeth of their defense, because they will shut you down. They do not miss those kinds of shots. God, you are a beautiful human, Jacob. You know, like I know everybody sees Vasgar, but I've still got you pulled up on a side monitor, and I'm like, how did my co-caster get so goddamn good looking?
It was honestly the Olympian Barbershop in Vegas. I don't know his last name, but Jamal definitely hooked me up. He took me in last notice. It was about, I think, Wednesday. That man is a lifesaver. Because my hair before that, scares me, even me looking in the mirror. But another thing that's a scary sight, Colin, is almost getting 3-0'd here, and your life is on the line in the upper bracket for PK. Put up or shut up here to advance to the grand finals in our first ever all Latin American finals. And it's actually going to be Vanquish getting aggressive on one side of the map. They got that decap to come through, so they're slowly going to go up 1, but that neutral hill is captured on right back. Flanks coming through. They're trying to separate these players. They're trying to get the angles, but Precision gets taken out. Xysho's down to 1v2. He's trying to get that decap to come through, so that way they can keep building onto this lead. They're doing a good job in terms of objective play, but right now towards this neutral PK, they have to funnel him out. They have to get this elimination on this Xysho, because look how much time he has bought for VQ.
Yeah, and it's going to be a while before somebody can rotate back over to A. One player is going to be waiting over towards C. It's just going to be Precision just watching the middle of the map. I actually think he has a great angle here. He can shoot through the middle of the map onto those stairs and try to get it down. Hndles goes down to the bottom of that big stairwell, gets 1 kill. And now Hndles will probably try to push up here, just get 1 more, but it looks like there's going to be a 2v1 for a moment. Maybe a 2v2 if they can get over there quick enough. Monkeyz gets into the area, back A out, won't be able to get the kill finish onto Precision, and now Dezo on the flank, trying to fly behind Xysho and Precision. There's a down onto Xysho, and Precision with a big misroll here. This is a great start to this round. A good answer, really, by the Pittsburgh Knights. They didn't start off but so hot because they aren't in the lead yet, but this is a great answer for them, in my opinion, in this round number 1.
No, it definitely is. Now, since they have both of these hills, they have to get that vital information. Dezonide, he can't get over aggressive. He can't overstay his welcome once these 2 players push down there. He's going to have that cross over the top. But the biggest difference is Monkeyz only able to get the downs to come through. Quick revives, quick shotgun shots going to allow them to eliminate Dezo and push through even further. But you can already see they're trying to toy. They're trying to Lancer across over towards A. SuMuNs goes down. That is big. You're going to see PK try to clean up that kill. Flash over the top. The decap opportunity is going to come through, and at the nick of time as well. Vanquish is going to be able to hold on to this lead and then get this capture, begin to build it even higher.
Acells waiting in the backside of this cubby corner. 2-1 hill advantage for Vanquish. Goes for the wrap. Big wrap out by Acells. He's going to take back this cubby corner. Raver might have gone for the push here, but I believe he got tagged up just a little bit too much, and a double down, and now Acells, he's going to be able to clean both of those up. And again, across the map, I think Precision's job is just to stay alive long enough to make Dezo think twice before he goes over to C, because this has bought so much time for them. This has gotten it down to just mere moments they're going to have to live to get this first round on the board. Vanquish fight back. Vanquish trying to solidify this first round, 1 second away. There it is. They are 4 rounds away from a 3-0 victory over the Pittsburgh Knights.
Each and every round that passes, that pressure is going to get even more onto the Pittsburgh Knights' chest. They're going to start to feel like they have no options. And honestly, the way VK is playing, they're just closing out a lot of those options, not letting them breathe, having an early start. And I said it early on in that 2v1 scenario, Xysho staying alive as long as he did, bought so much time in that 1v2. His teammate was allowed to spawn back up and try to get in position as fast as possible. So even though they did drop that first round, PK, they just can't get down on themselves all the way through, because once you begin to get down on yourselves, you make those desperate plays, it's basically over to a team like Vanquish.
Here we go, backside of the tank, 3v3 here at B, 1v1 opposite side of the map. Acells will throw that smoke over the top at Raver. Raver's going to just switch sides of that pillar. Raver can see where Acells is. He knows exactly where he is, and now the flash will come out. Acells will get tagged up just a little bit, but not enough for him to feel confident in pushing up this hill. Straight up at him. Trying to tag him up with the snub. And Raver is not giving up any inches, but he's certainly not taking any either. This is a pretty stalemated fight here. 3v3 still yet to break out. Here comes the flash opposite side. Precision flash over to the backside of the tank. Tries to bounce up in and get a kill. But 2 kills come through. Monkey and Dezonide both get one of their own. And now 2 players left alive for Vanquish, having to play some defense.
Yeah, with that stun, that was a big missed opportunity for Precision to pick up that elimination. Acells feeling that pressure around the map, trying to advance, gain some footing on the other side of things because they're getting pressured all over. SuMuNs, he's going to stagger that player out, go for the break onto the hill, allow his teammate to move in, take that 2v1, keep control of their hill. And if you look at Monkeyz, he's not even fighting that fight. Maybe he's putting some bullet talk shots down, but he's staying safe as possible, allowing his teammates to kind of rotate on over. They're not wasting any time capturing the home hill because they know that's a play opportunity when they spawn back up. And this is going to buy them a man advantage. Bullet talk shots over the top, Precision going down, forced revive coming through, getting eliminated. PK will once again make the perfect rotation to keep 2 hills under their control. And if you look at SuMuNs, he's just going to go ahead, buy time, back up, back to forth rotations for Pittsburgh Knights. They're on point in this round.
They're definitely playing pretty perfect right here. 3v2 on this side of the map. Just continuing to tag people up. Vanquish rotating off of their home. Dezo will be on a big-time flank here. Dezo's actually going to have Precision all the way down to 3%. He gets Precision killed. That is going to force a play by Vanquish here. Vanquish is going to have to push up into the hill now and at least get a decap to stop Pittsburgh Knights who get a triple cap domination here momentarily. They leave the hill. They get back in it with 1 second. They never cleaned up kills.
Oh my God, this is a blunder of a round, but honestly, if you, ooh, he gets that down again. Okay, there we go. Now I can say it's a little bit of a blunder of a round on the side of BQ. But honestly, when the score is that far apart, it's honestly, you can kind of brush it off a little bit easier. You can pretend like it didn't happen, but 20 seconds left. 2 more players are in position. They can try to get this break. Acells as well. But they're just not advancing forward. Less than 10 seconds remain before this one is breakable. Monkeyz goes down, quickly revive back into this mess. I think that's going to be it, but they actually find a way to get through. Acells gets taken out. Hndles falls as well. Xysho with the team kill. Just too little, too late to go ahead and run back through. Pittsburgh Knights tied this one up at 1 round apiece. And Colin, it's just, I still need to see a defining moment. 1 round isn't enough. I need to see them be a little bit more proactive, take a little bit more fights in faster succession.
I mean, even in that round, there was a 3-second differential from possibly losing it because that player did get on that hill at the last possible moment. It was 249 with everybody dead around him, but he does get on the hill. He is starting to decap it. So 3-second differential from a possible loss. Retro's out for both teams. Both teams off of respawn now. Vanquish will come out here. Looks like Vanquish is going to go 2-2 across the map. I think the call out has been made as well. Raver will be in a 2v1 with the Retro. Trying to hold sway, hold court. First down comes through. Dezo gonna rotate in, go for that kill, go for that revive and the kill. Gets both to go as well. And now Precision all by his lonesome has to try to make a miracle happen. Will go down over here. SuMuNs starting to push back up into this situation. Raver has died. It looks like right now Pittsburgh Knights are gonna relocate back to their home hill. They've got 2 there now. They'll have a 3rd player in just a moment.
Yep. They have to go quick because they're going to lose that neutral hill on the bottom half of the map. So they have to get these eliminations. They can't necessarily let these players survive. They can, but you want to get these eliminations to keep going on the other side of the map. But Acells bouncing around. He got that down onto SuMuNs. Hndles trying to be the hero, but he gets 0 kills. Raver gets back to back. Monkeyz just trying to stay alive here in this situation. Buy his team some time as they actually rotate back. They don't even go for that hill. They're going to try to get these eliminations back and forth and reclaim their throne onto that neutral. 1 player is going to go down. Raver gets taken down as well, but clean up all the kills going to the Pittsburgh Knights as they reclaim that neutral hill. And you can see Raver spotting out these players. That's Hndles trying to rotate over and be a little sneaky, but he's going to have to rethink that decision. 2-2 split in defense when it comes to the Pittsburgh Knights. 2 hills under their control. They're going to get the lead right back, but as soon as Vanquish spawns back up, you can already see they're going to have a 2-2 split of their own. They're going to try to fight 2 at once, but it actually looks like Xysho. They want to brute force this neutral hill first, get the eliminations before they go for that triple cap.
Yeah, they're going to need 1 more set of full slays really to finish this off, I think, because it's still under 150 for both squads. Coming into this next fight here, 1v1 at the bottom of the stairs. Raver full red, but gets the shot over the cover, gets the down. Opens up the C hill momentarily for himself. 2v2, now 2v3 opposite side of the map. there's not much they can do. Double cap coming back through for the Pittsburgh Knights. Here comes 3 players playing up onto these 2 from Vanquish. Lancering out as best they can, trying to clean up any of these kills. But once again, Pittsburgh playing too close together. They must have heard you, Jacob. They must have heard that you said they needed to rely on a wolf pack. And my God, if they're not doing that right now.
Yeah, Toby coined the term, and ever since I heard it, that death ball is just storming through, and that's how PK needs to play. They need to play it like that death ball and clean everything up, clear everything out in their path. They have 2 hills. The win condition is still intact, 20 seconds, and they're just playing the rotation game, forcing VQ into bad spots, forcing them to make mistakes here. Even though Acells is looking like he's going to be able to get 1 elimination, it's not about the elimination. It's about the objective, and they're about to get triple cap dominated. It doesn't matter how high the score is. They want to win by pure domination. Unfortunately, with that elimination onto Monkeyz, they're going to have to settle with a victory on points.
Well, here comes the 2-to-1 round count for the Pittsburgh Knights, and we've seen this before. Pittsburgh Knights, they've taken the lead in a couple different instances, the beginning of the first 2 maps, and now they've done it through the midway portion. Let's see if Vanquish can tie it up before going into the half, or Pittsburgh will get that dominating round count lead. Going up 3-1 into the second half of this map. Shock, Boltox. So it looks like it looks like Vanquish is more than happy to have the Retro for another round and also have the Boltox out there. Whereas the Pittsburgh Knights, they have rotated that Retro up to a Shock, and they're going to take that into that tank fight. 3v3 about to break out on one side. 1v1 yet again over here. So we will have a little bit of a calming presence. It's going to break down in just a few moments. Everybody is going to have to just hang out. Take it in.
My man has everything, though. He has Boltox. He has Retro. He has lefty. I don't even want to call it lefty advantage. He just has the lefty flip right now against Raver. Raver really doesn't have anything to kind of utilize on that side of the map. No Boltox, no Retro. Honestly, nobody really has anything but Monkeyz and that shock grenade. So if I'm a Acells, I try to utilize having both of those power weapons, but it's no easy task here. As soon as he hits one of those shots, though, I would go.
Pistol shots out, snubbed him up a little bit.
I was like, I'd probably die too.
Ooh, there's a flash. All the utility used. This time, Precision does not go down in the opening salvo. He does not put himself in a position to get taken out. Hndles does get tagged up a little bit, but he rotates right back into that cover. Meanwhile, Raver has won the 1v1 on the opposite side of the map against the Acells, and that needs to be that needs to be something to take note of going in. That needs to be something you take note of going into the rest of this round, because Raver didn't go for the hill. They had no idea that he was just flying at them, I guess, and he gets that first down. Now he's got the full flank rotation on the rest of the players on Vanquish. He gets 2 downs. They get 3 cleanups over there. Acells, once again, only player left alive for his squad, and he's about to get absolutely rotated on. There's no shot he does not get killed right here. He's going to be getting shot in the front and the back, maybe even a side to side if somebody sees him on the top of that hill.
I thought she was about to break down in song, front, back, a little bit of TI. Yep, a little bit of
baby.
TI on him. Calling,
you.
you already know you got that flavor. But PK looking to get a little bit of flavor of their own. 2 hills to 1, so it's about holding on. And a couple of rounds when they were in this situation, both for their round wins, they played the game of rotations. Not that they don't want to fight, but because they know they have a lead. As long as VQ's rotating around, they're going to go ahead and continue to wolfpack. 3 players down low. They find Hndles, slip, and take him out. Dezonide's going to fall here, but he did his job. He distracted them just long enough for the rotation to come through, and now they're going to go ahead and backtrack. The reason being is because Dezonide is now going to spawn up, have that flash, have that spawn shield, and they're going to have a 3v2 on that side of the map.
They're going to get the cap off momentarily. Acells now is going to back off. It looks like they're going to rotate a 3rd player into the situation. Across the map, though, Monkeyz will be looking for that Lancer angle into the hill. Smoke out over the top. Precision almost goes down, but teammate is there to help out just in case. 3 Lancers pop up over the covers, get a lot of damage. They get a 2nd down here on Raver. They might get even there's another down on Raver. They finish him off that time, so 2 dead for the Pittsburgh Knights. Not a lot they can do here. They have 2 players spread out, now a 3rd off of respawn. Looks like they might rotate over to B, try to rotate to that A hill, take their numbers advantage across the map, because as of right now, Vanquish has rotated to and fro well enough to get the lead in this situation. Precision tagged up again momentarily. He's going to have to settle down, and Monkeyz is going to get cleaned up as he goes through to that vending machine. A lot more angles. Retro at the top of the stairs for Xysho. If he plays back and plays defensively, he gives his team a great chance to win this. There's another down. I mean, they're going to finish this off on 3 downs apiece, baby. I mean, they haven't gotten a kill yet.
You said vending machine. I thought you said blending machine because that's what it was looking like for a moment. They just threw him in a blender. PK Smoothies to end the half. Vanquish looking strong into that one. And I love what they were doing right there. And that's what I was talking about with Toby or Blaze early on. There's a lot of situation. I saw what you saw. Somebody's dropping up a donut, open up a donut shop. But those moments right there, where you go ahead and pull out your shotgun a little too early to try to clean up that kill, that revive comes through, and it's you who die in the end. But the patience from Vanquish, hold their angles, hold their crossfire, and not let either one of those players get a single chance to go through. But Ribs, please show us. Who is it?
Precision.
Oh, no.
I knew it before he brought it up. I saw it, and I put my hand over my mouth. It scared me. I said, hold on. It's 2-2, and Precision ain't got a kill. PK, you need to be on 4-0. If you keep Precision to no kills, you better have this sucker at 4-0 right now. Yo, 3 straight flashes, and then a shot.
Ooh.
They threw everything and the kitchen sink at Vanquish in that corner.
Precision gets taken out. Call up to Xysho again. Shut down early on. A big wipe off of that initial, but PK knows they can't advance over for that home hill. They're going to go ahead and rotate to that neutral. Someone's just trying to get the information, trying to figure out what everybody's rotating through. And since he only saw one mid pass, he's going to switch spots with Raver, put that sniper into the team fight, and allow Raver to collect the information on that side of the map by himself while he joins the team fight.
Here goes SuMuNs over the top of 2 players here at the E hill. They get up into the cap to try to finish it off. They've got to finish it off. The 2 players from Vanquish got to move up into F hill. Here comes SuMuNs. He's going to rotate back over. He's going to be looking for somebody to pop the head off of, and Dezo get a kill there onto Hndles, and that will open things up for them to continue across the map over to the D hill if they so wish to. SuMuNs still looking for somebody to kind of take advantage of, but it looks like PK's been shut down. Acells, though, gets shut down by SuMuNs. What a headshot across the map. Beautiful job. 3 bullets left for SuMuNs.
Oh.
4 seconds until he is back off a respawn, though. Hndles is going to get killed off of respawn again.
They literally had 12 seconds to get that done before Acells spawned up and disrupted that play to go through, but they don't get the decap. He leaves Monkeyz by himself, but I would too. Monkeyz is a monster. He takes out Acells. This is the PK that we need to see. Quick, decisive plays, getting aggressive and not letting Precision and the rest of VQ warm up. Oh, and 15, Colin. Yeah, there might have been 1 or 2 deaths he left on the ground that he could have picked up, but hey, the scoreboard is what the scoreboard is.
Ooh, 10K damage, too. I mean, my man,
That's not what I'm looking at.
Everything he can to find one of them. They have not let him clean up one. I guess every time they get a kill, they push him forward and say, you got to go to the next fight, brother. You don't get any of these. You just got to keep going.
Mine.
That's right.
They steal the meat shield out from under him. PK's just getting their own team kills, killing themselves off the ground. They're like, hey, not only are we going to beat them, we're going to demoralize one of their best players on the team. But one thing I said about them early on is they're all MVPs. You got Luka, you got Jordan, you got Steph Curry there for a moment, Kevin Durant. You got so many superstars on the squad, but SuMuNs is a superstar in his own. Gets that headshot onto Hndles, trying to keep the hill under his control, or at least keep Xysho out of it. Retro versus Pistol. It looks like that Pistol's going to win there, but Xysho, instead of capping the hill, he regains his health, and that's exactly the smart play. Perfect plays coming out of Xysho, buys the time, rotation coming through. Other side of the map, another 2v1 going on, but Acells is going to get taken out. A little bit aggressive as he had the help over the top, but now this is PK's chance. You swarm both of these hills. You have a 2v1 on one side of the map. As long as you get the decap, you'll be the only team scoring points.
They need that decap as well. They're going to get Precision down here yet again. Precision cannot get a kill to save his life at this moment. Double bounce in, a kill in for Acells as well. No points going into the favor of Vanquish. They're going to get their home hill back. They get into E as well. They're going to cap that up, and that could solidify the round. It doesn't matter what SuMuNs does. SuMuNs, you can stand there and L-trigger all day long, baby. It ain't going to help your team win this goddamn round. You better find yourself in a fight quicker, sooner rather than later. You get down there, but you don't get the decap and all that damage. Every single one of them pellets. You know what it was good for, Jacob?
What?
Not a minute. It wasn't good for nothing. Not even a second.
Came
Not
together
even a
2 rounds.
nanosecond.
Five rounds.
Not even.
I
not
know
even.
Precision doesn't care, and we say it all the time. Scoreboard almost doesn't matter, especially if you're still putting out 11,000 damage, but at this point, it's comical. 0-17 while having a 1-round lead. That's how dangerous Vanquish is. And it goes to show, imagine if that man was actually picking up these eliminations. How one-sided would this be?
I mean,
you gotta take advantage of your PK.
I'm telling you, that is the thing that is scaring me, is that Precision has no kills, and it's 3-2 Vanquish. Like, what is happening, brother? Oh, great shock. More Precision's down again.
They're all down. They're all down. All 4 of these members are down. Almost a triple cap domination opportunity. You got to get there, Monkeyz. You got to get to the other side of the map and go ahead and secure it. I do think 1 or 2 maybe players might spawn up, at least have a chance at it, but maybe I'm wrong there. The timing is off. PK, they have to get this down. They can't let Xysho get the break, because you know what happens. You give them an inch, they couldn't take a mile. No eliminations coming through. 2 players getting taken out. Raver, he's put on the back foot. He has to find a way to escape. 3 players getting taken out. Vanquish not going down without a fight.
Vanquish gets all those kills right back. They get over to the home hill of the Pittsburgh Knights. Monkeyz is looking for this kill here. Please, for the love of God, don't let it. Okay, Precision is over at D. Can we go to just Precision? Just go to Precision. We just got to see what he does. He got one. He got one, baby.
One streak.
This is where it comes back, man. This is where it starts. Precision trying to take this fight. Goes to the back A, doesn't get it. Now another back A. So he got one, baby. He's on the board. It's not chalked.
And to me, it's only funny because he's still putting out a lot of damage. He's being the force behind a lot of these kills. They're just not going to him. And they're doing a good job overall, but they're not doing a good job in this round. Trailing here by roughly 40+ points. A decap does come through onto that neutral, so they're going to start gaining something. 2-1 to be exact, as PK, they're getting pushed back off of the home hill of Vanquish, but they're going to be pushing into a 3v3. Hopefully they have that vital information. Yes, they do. Monkeyz is spotted out as well, but spots don't matter. Raver's in your face, taking out Xysho. SuMuNs almost gets taken down. Precision does not clean up the kill, though. Acells is going to fall as well with a 30-point lead already. PK is going to take the home hill of Vanquish right back and continue to build on to their point lead.
Well, here we go. Flash is going to come out over the top. 2-1 hill advantage in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights. They were trying to maybe gain some intel there.
How much intel? Let me see.
I mean, this is going to be a weird retake on both sides. SuMuNs has the snipe, and they got 3 players playing defense over here, but he's got a great elevated angle here. There's going to be a double push. Try to get into both hills. There's the decap on one. I don't even know if you go for the cap on it.
Kills over hills. It has to be kills over hills. There's just not enough time, because as soon as players get eliminated, dropped off the map, you taking that time gives the advantage up. But Dezonide gets 2. That's a big flank. Monkeyz gets 1 as well. They're going to be able to hold on to the round, and SuMuNs ends it with a headshot. It took a little bit longer with the start that they had, a little bit longer than they definitely have hoped and they definitely have wanted, but they secure the round in the end. And Precision, man, he gets his kill, but sometimes the first one's always the hardest. I expect Precision to go off from this point forward. Like we were saying, we're only laughing because we know he's doing so much work, but that storyline when it comes to the scoreboard, it's just not showing it. It's not showing it at all. He's still a defining force for his team. Like I said, an immense amount of damage being poured out, making the eliminations that much easier for Xysho, making the eliminations that much easier for Acells. So this is the perfect moment to really let him shine when it comes to being that support player the team needs. And I say needs with all caps.
We are gonna kick it.
Coming into round number 7. Now a best of 3, really. 7, 8, 9. First team to win 2 rounds yet again. Is going to come away with a victory here. We see Raver mounted up here at the E hill. Great job getting a lot of damage onto Acells. Tagged up just a hair. What is he about to throw? What's my man about to throw? You about to hit him with that incense? Little deep on that incense there, brother. You shouldn't have done them push-ups before the match started. You did them push-ups. You got the adrenaline pushing. Now you just throwed it too far.
My bad. I'll try to watch that for next time. But now he's just moving around, moving and grooving. He's just trying to get Acells to peak, and I didn't even see how this cap came through. But for Acells to get this capture, okay, yeah, he got the capture, then he got the high ground right. Wow, that is actually outstanding. But the down's coming through. Monkeyz gets taken out. That was a great shot grenade from BQ to kind of funnel them to that side of the map. Smoke coming through. They're just trying to fight for some footing. They're not even trying to fight for that sniper just yet. They're just trying to fight to stay alive here in this situation. Dezonide gets stunned out, unable to go for that up A. Teammate goes down. Flank with the Lancer coming through from Xysho and Hndles, putting them in the blender, cleaning up those eliminations. And guess who's going to get that sniper? I think Xysho is going to get the sniper. Precision getting 2 kills. I said after that moment, he's going to go off.
He's up to 3, ladies and gentlemen. The counter continuing to click up, but 2-to-1 hill advantage. I think this is where Vanquish is at their deadliest. The way that they can play back now, and they can just hold court. They can force Pittsburgh across the map. They don't have to play into him whatsoever. That initial cap at E, really, I mean, that is the difference maker. That is pretty much everything for Vanquish right now, because anything that happens is just icing on the cake at this point. They need a kill here or a kill there to kind of stop this. Uh-oh.
Onslaught, this onslaught. Go ahead, I'll complete your sentence right there. And that would have been the kill. Oh my God, no, that one. No, that one. They're all the kill that they needed. Triple kill for the Pittsburgh Knights. They're getting the decap, they're getting the capture onto the neutral, but they're slowly backing off. They need to take out Precision now. Otherwise, you're gonna allow these players to spawn back up. Precision goes down, meat shield grabbed by Raver. He's gonna body block, try to get them out. No, it is, and he gets the kill. He got the kill. Acells keeping his team alive, and if he gets the cap, that is going to be enough. Vanquish, they do it yet again. Dezonide and Raver cannot hold on. One last chance, one last hope, and only 30 seconds to do it.
I like that they're not going to rest on their laurels. They're going to push out here the incendiary into that E hill. It will not stop the decap, though, and that's going to force this to be a little bit harder. It's going to buy Vanquish a little bit more time. A kill here, 3 more players pushing across. They're going to split their forces now. 13 seconds, slide in, misses the up A. Dezonide goes down. Middle of the map, another player. It's going to be, I believe, Raver goes down as well. Now Hndles with a retro. A lot of damage there onto SuMuNs. Doesn't even need this kill. Doesn't even need that decap. What they do need is to put another X on the board there for Vanquish. As they go up 4-3, they got to win one of these last 2 rounds to get a 3-0 victory over the Pittsburgh Knights.
He's doing it on purpose, I promise. 26,000 damage for Xysho, though. Dude, he had a game earlier with 20, almost 30,000. Yeah, we'll give it to him. He had 30,000 damage earlier. If this goes to a round number 9, he's having 30,000 damage. I refuse to believe otherwise with how great he's playing right now, being the tip of the spear, the leading force for his team in way of slaying, lancers, snipers, just doing everything, and the lock is in.
Be honest with me. Is that why Precision didn't have kills for forever? Because when you down somebody, there's still like a couple HP left on that player to get cleaned up. They letting Xysho clean everybody up.
I mean, it's possible. I know that's what's happening. I don't know who's cleaning up the kills, but I know Precision, I don't want to say he's getting them robbed because it's just a team play, but just for stats sake, he's just getting these kills robbed here for the sake of saying it. 3-25, that's not the true story. You got to be able to watch this match. The box score is not enough, and honestly, the way PK has been playing, you almost forget that they're down 2-0. 1 round away from getting 3-0'd. Acells tries to go ahead and make that happen in this round, but he gets shut down early on. Flank coming through from Xysho. 27,000 damage and counting. He's going to go and get flanked himself, though, so he gets taken out. The eliminations are going in way of PK, though, especially since they could go ahead and have an extra man here. They have the man advantage, but Hndles moving in. He gets shut down. Revive coming through. Double kill from Monkeyz and Raver. So they're going to go ahead and get the sniper under their control. Instants go in hands of Acells. The neutral's not capped up just yet, and Vanquish, they're not going to let it go through easy either.
Big 1v1 here. SuMuNs will lose to Acells. Acells is going to pick the meat shield. He knows that another player for Pittsburgh Knights is waiting in the wings there. 3 players off of respawn for Vanquish, excuse me, and now only 2 because Dezonide took the head clean off of Precision there. 2 players left over here. Now a third is rotated into the fight. Long range utility thrown out. Dezo actually rolls into the middle, whether by true purpose or accident. He rolls into the middle, but it doesn't matter. Monkeyz is getting 1 kill. Acells trying his best to answer back. Triple cap domination being threatened for a moment. Acells has 2 more in front of him. He's got 1 on the ground now, and it's going to be up to Dezo to slow up this tide of Vanquish. 2 players in front of him going for the first headshot. Misses. He's got 1 more bullet in the chamber. Misses it again.
Gotta hit those. Gotta hit those shots there, even if it's just going to be a body shot. But I would say either way, anything less than a headshot, nobody's able to kind of push up. No one's going to be able to clean that one up. But 3 players directly off of respawn. You got SuMuNs on the other side of the map. He's going to try to pistol some heads. That's why you see this rotation coming through from Xysho to not let those heads get pistoled. Now it's going to be Xysho who has that opportunity once this push comes through. But 1-1, a big lead for the Pittsburgh Knights. Xysho is trying to press, neutralize that neutral hill, or even try to get it under his control. Dezonide trying to throw that shock as deep as possible to separate these two players and leave Hndles by himself. He takes a little bit of damage, but the flash is going to be out next. Shock grenade's out as well. Dezonide taking too much. Hndles gets one, quickly shut down by Dezonide, bouncing around. No capture just yet. They're fighting for their lives. Both of these teams getting separated here, but Precision's still alive down towards the low side. He's able to get one. Dezonide gets one himself, so this is going to be a 1v1. No hills in the hands of the Pittsburgh Knights, but with that victory against Precision, Dezonide will at least get one under his belt. But as long as they remain with 2 Vanquish, have the win condition.
Here comes the retake here at the E-Hill. F-Hill will be the point of contention here momentarily. Only one player mounted up here. It's going to be Acells. He's going to have to deal with 2, maybe even 3 players. Looks like the over-rotation across the map. It looks like Xysho is actually going to try to have that angle. Incendiary out onto the back of that cover. Will start to clean up some damage. Won't get the kill onto Acells. That'll push them into the cap. There's the break that they needed. Pittsburgh Knights with 3 players here. There's going to be a 1v1 possibility across the map. Body shots, though, are important. Any downs coming through are huge. It'll stop them from being able to come back into the situation. Another body shot there on a Precision. 4 revives coming through. Dezonide full red. First kill comes through. Second kill comes through. They shut all 3 down, and that should be round. We are going to go to a round number 9 between Vanquish and the Pittsburgh Knights. They're trying to get their first map on the board and start a comeback here against VQ.
That moment right there meant absolutely nothing in the big picture. Things that kill that SuMuNs got was something, you know, the multi-time champion, one of the only players to win his first and last event. Ribs would tell me those are momentum builders to end the round. It's not going to really define too much, but it's going to give you the confidence going right into the next round. A great back A from the left-hand side from SuMuNs to really cement that round victory. Like you said, round number 9. I do believe we already had a lot go out from one of the teams. I don't know of both of them. Trying to dish it out, but judging by VQ and where they're kind of aiming at, that shock is going to be locked down. Frags towards the top. Incins for both teams. The major advantage is going to be that shock grenade, though.
How do I keep getting myself into these?
Coming in round number 9, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a big one. Vanquish did use a disable, I believe. So everybody will have everything they need coming into these rounds here to try to win this matchup. Dezo will throw out a smoke. He's going to cloud the vision. Acells might have gathered some information before bouncing back. A big down on Precision comes through on second kill. Dezo finally goes down. 2 more players still over here. The flank is about to come through for Raver. Raver is going to have shots on the Hndles. He's going to go down here right next to Xysho. Xysho is going to try his best to stay alive. Drops the meat just in time to try to get that revive, but it's not enough. He doesn't get it off, and now looks like Pittsburgh will have the sniper once again, and they're going to have the positioning early in this round to take a dominant lead. E-Hill will be capped up, though, by Precision. Precision has had a really rough go of this map number 3. Let's see if he can come back and make a miracle happen here and try to start to put some pressure here. This might be the worst I've ever seen Precision play, and that's saying something that it's still on a round 9.
And I just absolutely do not understand on a round number 9, you don't pick up your incendiary grenades. I am disgusted off of that addition when it comes to VQ, but they're still into this one. 2 hills under their control. I would say Monkeyz staying alive. He has that sniper, and he has the grenades from VQ side of the map, but he actually traded that sniper away towards Dezonide. Body shot going to be hit. Incins to go ahead and trap Precision there. They get that side of the map. They're going to get the neutral as well. Looking like a triple cap domination opportunity coming through. It's all up to Hndles. Almost getting a body shot in towards the side. He gets the reset to come through. He gets back-to-back resets. So much time bought for his team, but 2 more players. You have to go through. A smoke from Dezonide. They get the reset yet again. Precision gets the elimination. It's like deja vu of a few rounds ago. VQ hanging on by a thread, getting the eliminations, and brute forcing their way through to take home hill to home hill advantage, or at least trying to.
Raver will be behind that statue, just trying to hold court. Dezo, 2 bullets left in the long shot, trying to get any body shots yet again. Acells will go down. Ooh. First headshot out on his Xysho. That will shut this retake down quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's actually a 1v1 over there. It's a 1v1. Precision has to win this one finally. He has to try to get a win here over SuMuNs, but SuMuNs turns, gets the revive. There's the kill. Precision goes for a double bounce, tries to keep things alive momentarily, but SuMuNs, with the help after the revive, gets that kill. They solidify their home hill. Dezo will be on the mid-neutral. He's going to start to cap this back up over 200 points. No time left for them to be able to wait. They're going to have 1 chance at this, but I don't even think there's going to be enough time for them to go for this.
Now they need a 2-2 split push to come out. PK knows they can just backtrack. A decap does not matter for them. It's about these eliminations, and even though they did not win or even attempt to fight that lower half of the map, it is going to be a round number 9 victory from PK as they go back-to-back to take it.
Had to play perfect in 8 and 9, and they do just that to get both of those victories. Dezonide being your MVP, and I really do believe that's well worth it. Not only did he perform in the damage and stat category,
32, 31. Oh my God, 3 players alone scored almost 100,000 damage. Oh my God! But I didn't see I didn't see how many eliminate or deaths Precision had into that one. I almost think that's a record in its own.
Hold up, you said 30, 31, and 32.
Not exact, bro. Don't do the math. Sloppy math.
It's already started. I'm carrying a 1.
No, sloppy math. You gotta remember the points, the bonus points that you get.
I'm gonna do the square root of Precision's deaths of 33.
Oh my
multiplied
God,
by the 32K. Divided by the sum total of the sun's
That's a story in its
circumference.
own mind, though. That's a story in its own. What I don't even want to call it one of the worst performances in the league so far in a major, because like I said, you just got to look at it from a different angle. Precision put out a bunch of damage. He was making sure his teammates were getting kills, but you got to wonder what this game would have looked like if he was playing at least a fraction of what he normally does. And like I said, over 33 deaths for Precision. To me, yeah, you can harp on it right now as they did lose this map, but how many times, how often do you think that can happen ever again in his life? There's no way a performance like that happens again.
When you said we can't call it one of the worst performances we've seen, can I call it the weirdest performance I've ever seen?
Weirdest, yes, perfect. Yes, that's actually perfect word.
It just felt awkward. Like, at some point, you just expect Precision to just turn the hell up and just lose it and start killing everyone and everything. And he put in damage. He did a whole heck of a lot of work, and it just never came to fruition. By the way, I need our TD, excuse me, to check on this for me. Is this the longest replay package we've ever had?
Oh, this is all out war. I said it before. I looked at the match. All out war between these teams. And honestly, I like it. I like how aggressive Precision and the rest of VQ was. I like how aggressive PK is becoming. It might be a little bit late into the series as they're already, or were down 2-0. Now it's down 2-1. But if they can keep up this aggression, especially on the control and discombobulate VQ, we can be seeing a map number 5. But control is usually a VQ game type.
But we'll find out if they can be a control game type, because again, this could get very, very sticky for Vanquish, because going into control, Pittsburgh, they can win it and go back to a map and a game mode that they very much love in execution, excuse me. And now we see just the last few highlights of this map. I mean, just right down to the nitty gritty, trying everything in the 35 seconds.
But wait, there's more. That kill by Dezonide. I'm so glad to see these replays. But like I said, during the course of that matchup, it was so evenly matched. It went down to the wire almost every single round and made me forget that PK was down 2-0. Now they're down 2-1. They have some heart, and they're showing they're not out of the series just yet. And even Dezonide, a lot of people always try to give him flag. Drop Dezo this, drop Dezo that. That man got MVP. Come on, you can't drop the MVP. Can you?
I mean, you did see you do remember what Ghost Gaming did, didn't you?
Yeah, huh? But I chose to move from coaching to. Oh, you're talking about somebody. I thought you were calling me the MVP.
No. Won the event, made a team change. You know how it is, baby. You know how it is. Won the event, made a team change.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
When I talk about
flashbacks, bringing back nightmares, bro. I got PTSD right now. Every time okay, my bad. I just, I thought an L was coming at me right there. An L, but though coming into this one, Regency Control is going to be the next one. Regency Control, and like I said, if anybody out there thinks Precision is going to have a game like that again, you guys are fools. And And honestly, I think Ribs kind of predicted maybe a 3-0, 3-1. That might have been the Hive series as well. But if he did predict a 3-0, 3-1, he could be right on the money. Like I said, if as long as Precision plays like half of what he normally does, that could have easily went in way of VQ. It did go to a round number 9. He had opportunities to kind of shut down plays that would be made on the last map. And he's going to have even more opportunities to shut down plays on Regency.
I'm going to take what you just said and run with it like it's a newspaper title. Jacob MVPR says half of Precision good enough to beat PK into the ground. You heard it here first, folks. Jacob MVPR just with a statement for the ages. And you thought that would have come from me. No, that's a direct quote from that man over there, all right? I didn't say nothing. Smiling and looking pretty,
man.
boys.
They just haven't been able to find their consistency all season long. And like I said, they're the team. I said I have one going for my heart, one kind of pulling at my brain here. PK's the team that will always be near and dear to my heart, man. I don't have it in my wallet anymore. I had to clean it out, but I have a picture of these guys somewhere around the house in a Polaroid. A Polaroid, Colin. That's just not just any picture. That was a special picture taken in Mexico City.
Did you do the thing?
Our brother. Yeah, I had to, man. I had to make sure that one went clear and clean. But that's where I said, but my brain goes VQ. They've really taken the scene by storm. Literally, not just now, not just recently, all season long. They've been just dominating. They've just been torturing their oppositions and really being the team to beat. 2 championships under their belt. And that's crazy to say for as long as United, UYU, and the Optic Dynasty has been around.
I mean, you said your heart goes to the Pittsburgh Knights and your head goes Vanquish. And, you know, I kind of have the same battle going on over here a little bit. I really think, though, mine is a little bit different in the idea that my heart wants mashed potatoes and my head, they want grilled potatoes up there. And I'm just not sure which one I'm going to go with. Wait.
I'm just happy a food reference came up, bro. I was thinking that. I knew something was missing. I didn't feel complete until now. And I had mashed potatoes yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday, I had some fried chicken.
You put some butter on it? You put a little chives,
it's just, I think it was roasted.
cream?
No, it was just butter. I kind of switch it up. Sometimes you get the roasted garlic. Sometimes you do a little bit butter, regular. You got to switch it up. You got to keep things fresh. But one thing that'll never be fresh for me is I only eat chicken mainly. It is what it is.
You only eat chicken what?
Mainly, I only eat chicken, except for lemon pepper chicken.
Man,
Nah. He said chicken. No. We do homemade chicken. We do some grilled chicken. We boil the chicken. We go ahead and make some chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, but you're cheating because Ruth makes homemade like hot sauce. So like, I'd be eating nothing but chicken too if I had homemade hot sauce.
I thought you were gonna say I was cheating because I ain't really making most of it at all.
No, I know. I'll make most of the food I ingest.
Any picture you guys see me post is probably Ruth's plate in general. I'm picky. You're not going to see no greens on my plate, and that's exactly why I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, and I get so tired so fast. The greens don't give me the energy because I don't eat them.
Well, here we go into map number 4 of this series between Pittsburgh Knights and Vanquish. On control, on Regency, and we're off to the races here. Acells will rotate over to that M-bar. He's been tagged up a little bit by Raver. Raver will throw that flash out. Big body shot there onto him. Acells holds the shot long enough to get the chunk there and gets that M-bar. Now we will see what happens here. As they get the M-bar in hand, they are going to try to break back into this hill. Hndles will go down in the middle. Dezo is going to try to rotate in. Big shot there to get that kill. Now rotates over. He goes down. Xysho cleaning up a couple of these kills. They'll get the hill. They have the right side. No, they don't have the right side of the spawn. They've got to bully out Raver right now.
They have to. Acells rotating around. All the weapon shocks, frags, M-bar into the hands of VQ. They're going to go ahead and rack up that score line as Pittsburgh Knights. They lost that early fight. Precision and Co kind of played a little bit back, giving up that 13 seconds. But from there, this PQ is definitely in control. And they have the choice here. With 25 seconds left on the clock, they begin to move out through the middle of the map, go ahead and try to take that top portion, or they can kind of stay their ground, move through the bottom portion, and secure the spawn first. But it looks like it could be a little bit of a split push. They want to try to discombobulate PK early on.
Here we go. It looks like Precision is going to try to rotate straight up onto Raver here at that bottom side because they're going to have to get that kill to try to move into that next hill, threatening the M-bar over his head, forcing him to roll back. Flash out, 2 shots in from Precision over the top of the cover. They get the down. He's not going to finish it off either. They're going to let him bleed out. So Precision right back to the drawing board, not caring about his stats. He just wants the dub, and I can respect it. I can really respect it. Hndles from behind now, has the angle onto SuMuNs, gets that first down. Gonna open it wide up to take a pressure play onto Dezonide. That's gonna force the outer spawn from the Pittsburgh Knights Monkeyz waiting in the wings. He'll get Xysho. And Monkeyz will now maybe try to solidify this close respawn for his teammates yet again.
I see 46 to about 13. Already racking up the scoreline onto the new hill. Great angle by Acells. He's going to go ahead and connect with that headshot. No body shots thereafter, though, but Precision is so deep into the spawn that they're not even going to have a chance to get those, and he's going to let them go by. And this is exactly why. It's moments like this, though, Colin, is why he kind of didn't have those eliminations that we expect him to have early on. And those are 6 possible eliminations, too, there that he could have had, but he's kind of letting them bleed out, and that staggers out the deaths. Instead of a 12-second respawn, it could be 15 or even longer as they go ahead and rack up the scoreline. 30 seconds left onto this hill, and PK is just playing to rotate to the next. There's so many times you can do that, Colin, before the scoreline gets out of hand.
Great little pick here on those utility nades. Xysho trying to pressure up here onto SuMuNs. SuMuNs goes down. He'll get cleaned up. Raver holding the top side of that stairwell. 15 seconds left. They're going to finally rotate Hndles out of that last hill over to this side of the map. Hndles might have a 1v1 at the top to try to get for the close spawn. Shock will stop them from coming in. I need to see what Xysho plans to do with those fragmentation grenades, where he's going to throw those exactly. I think he has to move up one cover to be able to get that deep throw into the backside of this hill to try to scatter the players of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Raver sitting back, flashes, grenades ready to get tossed over the top. They have to discombobulate that backline first, but that smoke grenade's going to be perfect. PK pushing up, dodging those grenades by a mile. Actually forced that team kill. Precision gets taken out. Xysho gets blown into another existence. Dezonide does get taken out by Acells, but the members of EQ continue to crumble right before our very eyes on towards that push. But with 60 seconds left on the hill, they have more than enough time to have the secondary push. If they get a team wipe, begin to disperse outward and try to take control of the second hill at the same time.
Well, they're going to have the ability to sit here for quite some time because you can see in the middle of the map, Vanquish has not pushed up really. And they're going to sit back for just a moment. Here comes the flash. Raver throws a shot out with the M-bar. The neutralization comes in. Waiting a real quick on the hill, just trying to push these players out. Precision's going to get rotated on. He is targeted. They might actually push straight at him because nobody can really come out of cover to help him in that fight. And SuMuNs catches another one slipping, catches a third, catches a fourth.
Damn!
That's a clip and a half if I've ever seen one. SuMuNs went big time, baby. Getting all 4 little team ace there in a team fight. SuMuNs just too dang good for his own good at sometimes. Mr. Alex Session.
Turning, dropping on a dime here. Shots over the top. 2 great ones. Dezonide is going to clean up Xysho. That was all thanks to the damage that SuMuNs was able to put on him. Precision able to get that elimination, though. Cementing his position towards that back line, which is going to be big for VQ. But Raver getting those frags. We always talk about effectiveness. As the longest they can get a good spot out, those frag grenades are going to funnel these players around, possibly get an elimination as well. Starting off with the shotgun. Gets that elimination. Spots are there. 1 grenade towards the back. 1 grenade even deeper. Precision needs to be careful. No eliminations going through, but they get damaged over the top. Precision falls for a short moment. Quickly revive back up, but the numbers, the angles are there for PK as they get yet another team wipe. Back-to-back hills under their control.
And look at the way that Vanquish spread one player over to recruitment. It looks like Hndles is going to try to get a kill here on Monkeyz because they want to solidify that side of the map for themselves because the next hill is that bottom right. And if they can't break into this one and get at least neutralizations, they want to solidify the close spawn for that next fight, that next hill, one way or the other. Bottom middle is Precision, looking for an extra angle here. Here comes Raver, going to fly at him. Raver, big shot onto him. Second shot connects just a little bit, just a few pellets here. Dezonide will get wrapped and go down. SuMuNs will get that shot on, get the revive as well, and get the second one. SuMuNs has been alive for some time. I know we don't have the kill. I know we don't have it in this game, but I would love to see the kind of streak that SuMuNs is on right here because I believe he hasn't died since the last time he got that ace. So I think he's on 5 or 6 in a row at this point.
Because of that, though, it seems like he started off a little slow with the rest of the Pittsburgh Knights, but sometimes how you start, always say it's how you finish. Hndles getting 2v1 there for that moment. Beginning to kind of push these players back. The actual hill location is under Vanquish for control for this moment, but you can already see players up top. SuMuNs bleeding the hill dry. M-bar in the hands of Raver, which means they're going to get that spawn point towards the top as well. But it actually looks like he's going to wait for the new M-bar. Depending on how many shots Raver has left, they could have 2 M-bars under the control. Double body shots, easy kills, some headshots. This could look like the Wild Wild West in high noon time.
I'm actually really curious as to if and when Vanquish is going to start figuring out that PK is just picking them off in 2v1s. They are finding every little angle they can and then flying out of 2v1. They're finding the numbers fights just like Vanquish did in the first map. Now with 6 shots in the M-bar for SuMuNs and 2 frag grenades, throwing them over the top. Going to get some damage onto the first player. Shock is out though. It will stop SuMuNs in his track. There goes 6 shots in an M-bar, and a frag grenade is on the ground right now. That should slow the roll of the Pittsburgh Knights just momentarily in this hill. Beautiful job using that shock to the best of their ability and their greatest advantage to buy some time on this hill before they're going to get pushed yet again. Big shot out by Precision. Not able to clean up any of those downs just yet. Not even able to get one. He revives Acells off. There's the second nade. Gets a kill onto Xysho. They clean up Precision as well. 3 down and dead. Middle of the map, Hndles wins a 1v, which is good news for him, but it's not too great for his team. Shot picked up by Raver. Middle of the map, quick revive out onto him as well. Full red yet again, down again. Both downs as well. 20 seconds left on this. I don't know if you play this. Maybe you bleed out the fight.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and try to bleed them out. You know you're not going to beat them on the rotation if they're the Pittsburgh Knights, so you just kind of wait for your teammates to kind of spawn back up, get in position, which is a little bit of a silver lining, Colin, because you also get those utilities back up and ready to use as well. And those are going to be the 2 players, SuMuNs and Raver, with the only utilities. So you got to imagine if they stayed alive, maybe they would have had a shock in the hands of, I do believe that was Raver. But in 15 seconds or less, they're going to get that M-bar, but they're going to have to keep gathering this information right now before the M-bar comes up, before the push comes up, so they know exactly where to put the troops, where to push through, and where to throw their utility, as Precision gets spotted out early on by Monkeyz. But Monkeyz gives up his position by doing that, so they at least know where 3 of the players are located.
Acells rolls back here. He's going to throw a flash out to the left. Hndles comes on a big flank, misses the first shot, and gets shut down by Monkeyz. Beautiful job there. Precision will finally win a fight there in the middle of the map against Dezonide, and he'll have the frag grenades for his troubles, and it looks like he's going to have to rotate those frags through that middle door. Little flank coming out. Raver full red, has to rotate around. He's getting tagged up still. Finally holds his shot long enough to get that kill. Smoke is out. Unsure if Precision has used those grenades.
Throwing smoke!
Trying to see right now. He did early on, so they're not going to be in play anymore. He's going to kind of get meat shielded by Dezonide. He's trying to anchor himself towards the back line. Great pistol shots as well. Quick revives coming through. PK doing what they can, but Xysho finally gets shut down, doing all he can by his lonesome. But this duo of SuMuNs and Monkeyz is looking quite dangerous lately. And then you have Raver just going off as an individual. Dezonide kind of being the captain of the squad. Just playing that flex role, doing exactly what's needed when it's needed for the squad, whether it's get the eliminations, push up, try to get the Lancer downs, whatever it may be. He's doing exactly what he needs to fill that gap.
All 4 players from Vanquish are mounted up over on that side of the map. They're going to get picked up by Dezonide for a lot of damage coming in. Looking possibly for another down. He's going to have the elbow there of Precision. At Precision, I mean, there's nowhere he can really run at all. Nowhere he can go. They have the 90-degree and they have the left-hand side. Acells down yet again. One more down and out for Acells, and that will be a death for him. Monkeyz trying to find this angle. Here comes the retake from the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. Shot over the cover. Won't be able to get the kill onto Hndles. Hndles gets one. Big back A out from Raver. Raver goes for the reaction shot. Won't be able to hit the first one, but definitely hits the second. 3 players into the backside of the Rose Garden. Hndles playing super wide, but it looks like Xysho will be the big winner of the Royal Rumble as he gets the glass kill and the revive. Precision has the M-bar. But they've got to realize that over there, PK has that spawn. They've called it out, and I think Precision has to start trying to rotate to that left side. He has to try to get over there, maybe to disrupt some of it. Only 20 seconds left on this hill. That'll be 240 to 140. It'll be a 100-point club. A lot of pressure onto the Pittsburgh Knights. All right, just hand it off. Give it to him. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Hill.
Don't you do
full
it.
hill to come back from, man. You got the M-bar in the hands. You got shot grenade in the hands. You even got frags in the hands of Acells. This is looking dangerous. And he's looking like he's lining up some perfect shots. Great mark on the Dezonide. Precision's going to connect with that one. Not giving up any shots just yet. Acells is going to go down, quickly revive back up. Monkeyz does get cleaned up. 3 players inching their way forward to try to claim that spot. Another down going through, but nobody cleaned up just yet. They're trying to stagger these players out when they can. Dezonide falls. SuMuNs goes down again. This is not looking good. Vanquish storming over on that side of the map. They already secured the spawn point, and with that elimination on the Raver, they're going to secure the hill as well. And there's enough time for a victory and a 3-1 shutout by Vanquish.
You know how last map we said it was the weirdest map for Precision we've ever seen?
Did we go back to back?
I was gonna say, isn't it also weird to watch him have an M bar? Like it's almost like he's like, I don't know what to do with this guy. It's like, I know it's pull the trigger after I pointed at somebody, but like, I'm not used to this because he's got Xysho and Acells on his team. I feel like this is the most out of he's like a duck out of water right now.
I remember, I think it was one of the first events in Columbus, Gears of War 4. I don't know who was on Franco's team. Franco, you can go ahead and correct somebody. Shout out to him. He said his teammate picked up the M bar and was trying to figure out how to use it on land. That is not preparation, if you ask me. Luckily for Precision, he connects with one. He knows how to use it for sure, even though he doesn't normally grab it. Great stun by him, but Hndles goes down, getting a little bit over-aggressive by himself. Acells doing what he can, getting out Raver. They team together, get Monkeyz out as well. Precision's going to fall along with that M bar. Acells gets yet another one, but gets connected on by SuMuNs in that M bar. The rotation's going to come through. They're going to try to bleed as much time out of that hill as possible. 21 points for VQ. That's literally one mistake away. You make the wrong push, you make the wrong play, a bad grenade, and it's all over.
Revving up that M bar. Looking down to the middle of the Rose Garden, possibly trying to find somebody to unleash hell half-acre upon. There's the smoke by the Pittsburgh Knights, trying to cloud up the sight lines of Vanquish. We're switching nades. Okay.
Here we go.
Another smoke out.
I got the angle. That's what it was. He's like, I got the angle. I know the angle.
All right, so this is...
I'm hoping.
Well, I was going to say, they can't team kill this time. Remember Precision last time on the same hill, they threw the frags and Precision died?
That one I don't understand, but they're going to push him off the hill. SuMuNs connects on another one from 21 seconds to 18. Shuts him down all up to Xysho here. He's at least going to contest this hill. Buy as much time for his teammates to spawn back up as possible. And they have the lead by over 120 points, so they can make plays like that. They can make moves like that without a worry in the world. Pittsburgh Knights, they're still playing catch up. 40 seconds left onto this hill with only 17 seconds to win for Vanquish. They can still make another push to go through because PK have to bleed it dry. They have to at least keep one person there.
Big shot there by Acells.
He got there easy.
I mean, this is one of those situations, too, where Acells can, the longer he's here, the better it makes it for his team over at that next hill in the mid-neutral. 3 players are matched up over there. They will have a bunch of sight lines and a bunch of angles to work with. Precision should get the call out that he needs the Lancer up for Hndles. Great first kill, though. 10 seconds left on this next hill.
I would say that's the shining moment right there. Even though you got eliminated, it's okay because there's still 10 seconds left before the hill does rotate and before you have to make a mad dash to try to at least keep that one contested. But Monkeyz gets picked out and angled out in the middle. And the player just had spawned up, so they're getting staggered again. SuMuNs is going to fall. This hill is going to change hands, Colin. It's going to be over. Xysho connects with that M bar. We said it was 17 seconds. Make it 16 and counting for a new year for Vanquish. Well, it's going to be one last-ditch effort to come through from PK. The spawns are in. They know exactly where they're coming from. They know exactly which route they're going to take. Only one player through the middle, and SuMuNs, he gets stuck. He gets taken out from Precision. The laughs are all over. Raver gets taken out by a frag. A misroll from Dezonide, and Monkeyz is out. 5 seconds, and Vanquish will secure the victory in this map and take a 3-1 victory over PK to advance to our winners finals tomorrow to take on Fire and Ice.
Fantastic map 4 performance out of Vanquish. They vanquished their foes there after losing up round number 9 on Vasgar Escalation, and back-to-back games, though. Peak performance, standout performances by Vanquish, if you ask me, because they played so unbelievably well in a lot of different situations, rotating around the map, putting pressure on the Pittsburgh Knights in different ways. I think the big turning point of that map to me were the back-to-back defensive stands for Vanquish, middle of the map, where they were right there, about 10-point differential. That library, top left hill spawn, they held that for 40 to 50 seconds. They had to rotate into the middle of the map, down over toward, or they had to rotate down to the bottom right of the map over toward that fountain. They held that one for another 40 seconds or so, which got it out to that 100-point club. From that point forward, it is so incredibly hard on a team to come back because it is incumbent upon them to stay in the hill for as long as humanly possible.